Welcome, returning and new subscribers. This is your goddess, high priestess, empress, Alma La Pantera. Let's see which lady. Two. Okay. Better know it. Vida says, I knew you was coming live today. Definitely. And as you can see by the title, mm-hmm, yes, because I already know, like, with Mars stationing direct, there's a lot that's becoming clear to you that may have started September to the ending of October of last year, right? So, greetings, love. So, this is one of those lives where I ask those of you who are participating in the chat, and again, thank you for liking the video, aka washing your hands, taking your shoes off at the door upon entering this here moment, this here space. Okay, so based on the title, let me just wipe this through, right? Do not compromise yourself due to low vibrational manipulation because all manipulation isn't something that's negative, right? The same way I just took that towel to wipe the camera, that's a form of manipulation, but it's not being used in a negative way or to harm anyone, you know? He was definitely crying while we're working out because fuck that, I'm gonna show up for me. Listen, that's a message right there. I felt that. She said I was most definitely crying while working out today because fuck that. I'm gonna show up for me regardless. But for real, real talk. That's real talk right there. So, just like you just mentioned, this is a live where I want y'all to be honest with yourselves so we can collectively work through this. You know what I'm saying? Because the energy is quite intense. You all are on a spiritual journey where you know better, so you're going to do better. So don't get sucked in by those who are still on this paradigm shift or still on this program to really keep low vibrational frequencies that are designed to harm people, at bay. Like it's time to bring that shit down. Okay, it's demolition time. And if you from New York, there's literally this demolition company that has ALBA big and bold on the the garbage truck to it's a demolition company, but it's the truck that they use to take all of the debris or whatever it is that that they're tearing down. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do here. Okay, this is Alma La Pantera, and Pantera, Jaguar, feline energy has a lot to do with protection, has a lot to do with vision within all realms. So we're gonna take it there today. We're gonna take it there today. This is these lives are always for y'all. But this is one of those where you really gotta, be real about what you're sensing and what's coming through. Because this is gonna be like a personal reading based on whatever it is that you put into the chat. Okay. Greetings, my love. The title is definitely fitting for the shenanigans of this rising, and it's rising, my love. But I got you. And yesterday, yes, demolition and shit. I'm from Rochester, New York, born and raised. Okay, I definitely feel protected and guided by you. It's an honor, my love. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. And each day that you rise, you're rising with the sun. No more morning. You know what I mean? You're rising. It's a grand rising every time you open up your eyes, and it's a new day. So it was just 4:44 on the timer because I've been feeling this energy also, and I mean, me being who I am, I can sense what's going on in the collective. So, and some of you, this is who you are too. But you're your own version of yourself, and this is why I'm here to show you that it's okay. You're gonna have these moments. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have these moments. These are the exact moments that are designed to get you to see fully who you are and what you've transformed into. Okay? So, man, fear been fucking with me lately through family members, but I've been overcoming it by shifting my perspective. It's not easy, but I'm gonna get through this shit. Yes, you will. Based on that fear, I feel like I don't feel like you're a fearful person, but you often get fear projected onto you. But this is all part of your role too. This is all part of you exercising your gift. Okay. And here's what I mean by that. Because you'll have family members that you'll feel like you have to do certain things for them so they can cheer up. But let me tell you this, the same way you are willing to do things to cheer them up, it's time to pull back all of that energy because you can instantly see where they are using you, even if they don't know that. But even that part in itself, even if they don't know that, we're doing away with that energy too. This is the age of knowing. This is the age of Aquarius. Okay? Because if it's not an if, but if has to do with condition, right? So they're conditioned to do certain things, but they can also decondition and recondition themselves the same way you did. But you see that whole thing right there? That's for you to observe and not take it in and not absorb it. Okay? Mirror just turned ready to let it all go with love and love upon me. There it is. There it is. I totally know what you mean. Isn't it amazing though how changing the perspective really alters it? Yup. I was gonna get a jaguar tattoo. Chill. That just gave me chills. She said I was gonna get a jaguar tattoo as a symbol of you. Definitely, you got me out here feeling like a whole deity about that. I am, but I'm just a reflection of y'all. I'm just a reflection of your higher self. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely feel loved, guided, and protected by your energy, guys. You're so welcome, Be that. I love you. I love you, and I'm proud of you. It's one of that's one of the road dogs right there. She out here training too, getting the body right. Listen, it's warrior season. This is a season to develop warriors. Okay, during these cold months. When you're lifting, they call it bulking season, bear season. This is the time that you put that weight in. You enjoy the resistance. So hear me out now. Enjoy the resistance because it's only making you stronger. You hear that often, but hear it and feel what I'm telling you right now. Allow this resistance that you're feeling make you stronger because that's exactly what it's designed for. Everything that's going on around you, especially with family members, is getting you to, it's allowing you to see their karmic role in your life in terms of your karmic lesson. Because who better than those you call family to really test your frequency when it comes to you being vulnerable? You know what I mean? So, this is really the season of the recalibration of the DNA. I got you. We gonna work on that. We ready on it. You feel me? He said, I'm working on my eating habits. Yes, perspective is everything. I'm actually heading to the gym now. Let's go. I love weight. Come on now. Come on now. She said, boo me up. How funny. But yeah, like that's really the vibes right now. Like don't compromise yourself. See things for what it is, especially in this 7 year. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the only time we've been in the 7 year because we was also in a 7 year 2014. You know what I'm saying? So you can even look back to then and see how far you've come to this point. You know? So that's actually something to really take a look at. Since the year you were born, seeing if reflecting on those times when it was a 7 year, because that has to a lot to do with what it is that you're thinking about, you're going to bring about. And I feel like a lot of y'all right now are in this position where you're breaking down so much at one time. you know, because you got the strength to even just embrace that you're able to break down so many different things at one time. Because some of you come from people or family or coaches, teachers that tell you to focus on one thing at a time, dumbing you down. That honk ain't no joke. Okay, the honking out here ain't no joke. Okay, so no more trying. As long as you in on here on this channel, no more trying. I actually blocked it out, the word try. I'm gonna have to block out tried, trying. I'm gonna have to block those out so your message can't come through. Because it's a point of decision. Let's look. I'm glad you brought that up though. Don't feel no way. Feel what you feel. That in itself, don't feel no way. That's a whole different topic. Let me stay on topic here because y'all see. I'm going with this. All right, try to sit in judgment of. That's what try means. To sit in judgment of. You feel me? So it's like you're sitting in a point where you have to make a decision. Therefore, nothing has been done yet as far as a decision. But then you, you go through schooling, you go through certain sports or certain dynamics where they say, try it out. Man, fuck all that. We gonna change all this shit. We gonna there's so many things. Like once you realize the value of a cliche and it clicks, you can start to break it down to see if that's something that actually should be clicking. Because it's just like, what is it clicking for? Listen, personally speaking, I've learned a lot just from my environment, just from people that I've allowed into my space. But one of the values and one of the gems that I've really gained from what I've learned is my ability to observe things. You know what I'm saying? Is to really look at it and no longer absorb it. Because I was great at absorbing it. This is when this mouth start hurting people with these words. I used to do it even when I started doing readings here on YouTube. Yeah, there'll be times that don't get me wrong, here and there, depending on who it is, what it is, you're gonna hear my mouth. Don't think I'm just gonna sit here and be no, that's not what I mean. But I'm also aware of moments where, choosing my battles wisely. Because not everybody ready for all of this. You're better off just talking to your head fall off on your by your damn self. I ain't got to do shit. You know what I'm saying? But I've also learned to keep that type of energy at galaxy's length. Fuck a arm's length. Galaxy's length. Yeah. So let's get into our messages. Greetings, my Fatima. Let's get into our messages, okay? Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my angels, spirit guides, ancestors, protectors, warriors that guide and protect me. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my gods, of thee, and of my gods and goddesses that guide and protect me, that flow through me as me. For you and I collected to use our mind's eye to see. Always in connection to the Most High. Always in connection to the Most High. Always in connection to the Most High. Ashe, ashe, ashe. And I repeated myself with that because people are waiting for a savior. That energy of the savior within self is loud, bright, and clear right now. Just as easy as it is for an emotion to rise up and you handle it, and transmute it, the opposite also happens where you absorb it and transmuting it in a way where it creates this downward spiral within you when you should have taken it and allowed it to rise on up back to source and allow source through the condensation, through the rain to bring it to you in the form of a gift. He just wrote a poem about saving yourself, literally. Ashe. Greetings, beloveds. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you. I connect with you more than any other reader. Appreciate you. I mean, listen, that's one thing about me. You gonna love me or you're not. That's it. You gonna love me or you're not. That in between, I'm gonna sense it and mm. See, that's when the battle may become a war, depending on the energy, how smart that person is with what it is that they're presenting themselves to me with. Okay, so, but all in all, I'm a person of love, absolute truth. Okay, absolute truth. Like I'm that person. If you're around me, physically in my space, sometimes I don't have to say anything. You can just see the look in my face that what you're doing is not going to benefit you. And the more you think it's going to benefit you by bringing that shit towards me, I'm actually going to repel that. And it might make you feel some type of way in a way that you don't feel great at all. So I like people to be honest with themselves. If you know you're not in a position to be around people, go into your sacred space. Don't worry about what anybody got to say about what you're doing. A lot of people have that worry embedded within their DNA because your parents moved that way, or they weren't able to do certain things because they had to go by this structure and that structure. Well, let me tell you something about these structures of the past. It's not a way you can live in this world today. Live and thrive. That survival shit, it's not gonna work. Okay, so let's see what the angels and ancestors have for the collective. So I said, shed those tears, do what you got to do, because y'all, we are all, when I say y'all, I'm including self, we are all releasing energies that no longer serves us. Some of you, it's through your writings, through your music, through your movement, you know. How do you repel their energy? I know who I am. That's key number one. That's basically the only key. I know exactly who I am. Knowing yourself repels energy that does not serve you. Simple as that. The moment you go on the path of knowing who you are, not based on what you were taught, because what you were taught has put you through certain experiences where you have to determine whether or not that is something or a path you want to continue down or go through. This is the beauty of these natal charts too, especially just your north node in general. Just your north node in general in the house that it's in could really show you the truth about yourself and the role that people play in your life. Because some people are comfortable being pawns now. You know what I'm saying? So the moment you know your north node, just that, the moment you know that, you're no longer accepting the role of a pawn in this life. You know what I mean? You're not going to be afraid to ask questions because you know, here's the thing. You hear often follow your soul's mission. And this card is the broken arrow, by the way. Embrace the energy of peace. Ideally enough. Be graceful in movement and action. You got SN is highly significant. You see that SN? Sha, shaman. Yes, shaman. Wow. Shaman life path for sure. Okay. Going back to what I was saying, the soul is in control of itself. Okay, the soul is in control of itself. If it feels that the body that it's in is no longer responding to the mission of it, the soul is eternal, right? The soul doesn't die. So the soul's gonna get it right up out of there. Some people sell it, you know, but just keep that in mind, which is going it's in connection to your sun sign. But remember, the sun sign, the sun is in the center of all of the other planets. Think about that. So embrace the energy of peace, revisiting the idea of becoming a Reiki master. Ashe. You're welcome, Lydia. Alchemize, don't internalize. Yes, love that. You have the guardian angel. You are not alone. That's a big energy right now because your ancestors, especially the ones that are rocking with you, because not all ancestors are rocking with you. Some of these ancestors of yours are connected to those who are out here challenging you that are living. Okay, so embrace the energy of peace, and you have the guardian angel around you at this time, letting you know you're not alone doing this, even if you may feel like you are. You know, you're not though. You're really not. Yeah, it's time for you to enjoy growth and reap rewards. There you have the star seeds in this apple, and today is Shango's day, which is connected to apples. Let's get one more. Let's get one more. And sometimes people may project certain things towards you when they're projecting it to someone else. They may play a role where they're being kind to you, but they got other energies around them that they cannot tolerate, but they're choosing to tolerate. And just like Dr. B was saying, this is why it's important to be mindful of what it is that you're eating. Okay? Because you can literally delay this particular hormone, the exact name of it. I meant to write it down before I came on live, but I was already channeling. So the thing with that particular frequency within your body, it's there to tell you when enough is enough. But when you're putting all this toxic shit in your body, you shut yourself out from that. So you'll never know when enough is enough. So now, some of you got family members that you're giving information, food for thought, whether if it's verbal, whether if it has to do with food, however it is that you're doing it, that you see it's helping you. Just for me saying what I just said, it's going to be easier for you to make a decision because they're naturally just blocked off. It starts with an L too. But anyway, it they're literally shut out from that mechanism within their body that allows them to say enough is enough. And there are things that you are breaking down along your path that's helping you to recalibrate that and bring back the function. So, yeah, some of you could be talking to your faces blue to people who you know that they could be in something different, but they can't. Why? They're, consuming sugars that they shouldn't be consuming. They're using toothpaste that they shouldn't be using. Now, that's not everybody because you may have people that go along their wave and they can still find a way to step out of that and really do what their soul wants them to do, because again, the soul can dip out of here when it wants to. Okay, so we have look what come out here: the medicine mother and the shaman. I'm talking to y'all on the path of a shamanic journey. reuniting mind, body, spirit, and soul. There's a reason why people before you or around you have not or choose not to. It's not the easiest journey. No, it's not. But is it worth it? Yes. But the worth of that journey comes with the worth of yourself. And the worth of yourself should always come from love first. Because that's where the soul really loves to dwell or loves to be in love. See, those out here harming people, they don't have a soul. It's really that simple. But embrace the energy of peace. Your guardian angel is letting you know. May have been seeing a lot of feathers, white ones specifically, that you are not alone. Something about white and brown ones too, to represent the owl, which means to listen to your heart, to be able to listen to your heart, which is in connection to your intuition. Now, the intuition is not something that you can figure out logically. You just trust where you're guided to go. Okay? It's the how. You know what I mean? And the medicine mother is telling you to honor your inner knowing. And the shaman's message is to trust in higher forces. So the more you're trusting in these higher forces, just think of it as you walking up a hill. The more you walk up this hill, the more resistance you're going to feel. But when you get to the top, like the goat, you realize how strong you are. Because one, you managed to get from the bottom all the way to the top. Okay. And two, once you get to the top, you're realizing, wasn't that bad because you actually made it to the top. And when I say top, I mean the crown, metaphysically speaking. And then we got the high priest. This one don't stop now. This one right here, yeah, y'all see when I use this deck, this one stayed coming out. Intend and create. It's great to see you. He fine too. It's like he's the sight of divinity. Yeah, that's how I feel about that. And then the she-wolf. Would you look at her? I just heard Shakira in my head as soon as I said that. Unleash the wild within and shadowed skin. Rhyme alert. So now, let's get some more on this. Let's see what the current situation is. Yeah, that's right. We're going right to the tarot. We're going right to the tarot. And if we must, we will gain further clarity with the oracles as we go along. Okay? So that's the shape of the snake we have in the back. That's dope. That's fire. No, the good old bud, no. Depending on how you're using it or how it's being used. Because that's a triple goddess plant. Yeah, herbs. Marijuana is a triple goddess plant. Look at the shape of the leaves. There's 7 points to it. But the overuse of it, yes. Ooh, I love to see this. Uh-huh. She said, well, is it really? Yeah. Uh-huh. That's one of the herbs in connection to Bastet. We have the 4 wands and the 9 of cups coming out. Definitely develop a better relationship with it. Yep. So I'm getting the 9 of cups as a card that is crossing the 4 of wands. And I'm immediately what this came through as more so like family. Like you're not going to be crossing the line with people you thought you would be crossing the line with in terms of going into this space of your victorious life. Now let's talk about that. Thank you, Source. So many of the disruptions you may have had in life in connection to you getting onto your spiritual journey, the catalysts have been family members or those that you consider close to you, right? The energy I've been picking up on, some of you had to be in a situation long enough for you to shed that type of skin off, in terms of that when you get to your destination, you're still going to allow these frequencies to enjoy the fruits of your labor. But now, hear me out, especially in this 7 year, okay? It has a lot to do with feedback and reflection. Pay attention to those who are actually comfortable still being around you, knowing good and well that they did not support you. Now, I'm not saying have any type of malicious intent or attitude toward these people. No, it's far from what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is just be mindful of what you're allowing into your space. Now, if you've truly healed from that, do what you do, but make sure you're setting boundaries. See, some of you may heal from situations when it comes to people being a catalyst in your life where you're thankful, but part of that boundary means keeping them at arm's length. But there are others that you want to keep galaxies length. Okay. Especially if conversations, with them or being around them, you notice they were more so low vibrational conversations. See, me, for instance, I don't do well around people who like to gossip or talk shit about other people. When I see you often and you ain't shit. Fucking, would you go over here talking about this person or that person? You don't even know this person and what they've been through to even express yourself in a certain way about them. This is what I mean. I'm a true warrior of unconditional love. If it ain't love, keep that shit away from me if you don't want to hear my mouth. Because since the day I could speak, that's who I've been. So much so I've listened to recordings where my sister's helping me, my older sister was helping me read Mouse Soup. I got so pissed and I started screaming at the girl because I want to do the shit my way. I'm like 2 or something. Something like that. From early, you wasn't gonna tell me what the fuck to do, especially with the type of spirit and soul I had, where I can sense where it's coming from, a space where it's like, because you're older, because you feel like you have this role, you feel like you're an authority figure, that you have no. Uh-uh. You know what I'm saying? Because I have people that are younger than me that I look up to. That's me. I don't look at your age. I look at your spirit and connection to your soul. Then I determine how I'm going to move with you. I am the youngest too. Listen. Nope. Mm-mm. So now, after saying all of that, just be mindful of what you allow back into your space. And if you allow certain people back into your space, make sure y'all have a conversation. This will be that 5 of Swords like energy. And if we see that, we'll know what's going on even more so. Make sure you have that conversation. And if the person's uncomfortable or still want to be bossy or still in their old ways, that's cue right there. They gotta go. They're not ready for where you're going. And you keeping them around can literally take you from great to good. Okay? So let's see what's the basis of this. It said trust in higher forces because I feel like some of you have to honor your inner knowing about that, where you feel like you're gonna be alone if you basically like excommunicate with certain people. We got the King of Cups coming up at the bottom of the deck, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but the King of Cups is a Scorpio card. So this is the bridge in between Capricorn and Pisces. So the way you use your emotions, Capricorn, and your beliefs, Pisces, we have what is it that you desire? What are you willing to transform, knowing the two other sides? The way you use the way you feel and your belief based on what you've analyzed about the way you feel. This is at the basis of your reading right now, okay? The King of Cups. And notice that he's sitting on this chair right in the middle of the ocean. And the way these tides are back here, you know what I'm saying? And you got this serpent coming out the water too. That's more than likely a fish, but it looks like a serpent to me. But it's something about remaining calm. All right, remain calm. Happened to me yesterday, this rising, confirmed. Yes, that's our inner spirits will attract age. Is not for entitlement. Exactly. For real. We got boundaries here. See, Seven of Wands speaks of boundaries. Mars and Leo. Especially if you have Mars and Leo in your natal chart, you're definitely someone who operates from their instincts. And you may not even know that. So you could have people that's making you operate from thinking it through. Like something about that, where you're not that type of person. Yeah, you think about certain things, obviously, in order to respond, but you don't operate the way everybody else do. And because you're family doesn't mean that you're supposed to be doing the same shit. And that's the problem with traditions in certain families. Like everybody's different. Everybody like to act like they know that, but they don't move that way. Actions speak louder than words. Ooh, what's in the immediate past here? Ooh, the situation has already been healed. There's a knowing. There's a knowing here. So this could be what you now have been clearer about. Now, we did get this in the immediate future in the last slide when we did the tarot spread. We had the star card come out in the immediate future, and the advice was the hermit holding the star. So Aquarius would be the bridge. Aquarius would be the bridge in between. So wait, Scorpio, excuse me. Wow. So something about what I said earlier with Scorpio being in between Capricorn and Pisces. But this card in general, Scorpio is the bridge in between Libra and Sagittarius. So what you desire, what you're willing to transform, you're on that bridge, right? And when you cross the bridge, you're crossing over to Sagittarius, your God frequency. You're seeing the inner master. That's what came through. The inner master, the inner wisdom show up in your physical reality, which will be Capricorn right after that. Okay, after Sagittarius is Capricorn. But you have the Scorpio card at the basis of it. So this was something that was hidden. This is some moon-like energy. Okay. So you're on the bridge of transformation in the 7 year, which is connected to the seventh house of Libra, which speaks of high balance. So you balance things out. As you balance things out, you keep moving forward. Now you're on the bridge of Scorpio of transformation, reconnecting to what it is that you desire. Now the heart of the Scorpion is Antares. Okay. Now Scorpio energy holds the 5, 6, and 7 of cups. Follow me here, okay? Once you let go of the sorrow, pains, and regrets of the past, and all of this It seems like it's happening through your dream state because 5 and 6 is 11, 17, 7, 18. There goes the moon card. Popped right on here, right on in here. And then the 8, 9, and 10 of Wands of Sagittarius will bring you to a 5, which is the Hierophant, which means you have the keys now to manifest this into your reality, where you become your own authority, where you actually bring the order to the chaos. Sheesh. Welcome, honey. So, with the Star card in the immediate future, this is something that's already happened. So, okay, what has already happened? You embracing the energy of peace, realizing that you're not alone. Now, this is the way I'm telling this to you right now. There's certain things that rose up for you that when Mercury's, what in the Ross is Mercury's? That's a whole new planet now. Mercury's. Ace of Cups is here, by the way. Mercury's. Let me get the gematria on this because that shit just not gonna come up out of nowhere. That's how stars be moving. This already happened. You're able to honor your inner knowing, trust in higher forces, and Mercury's speaks of Holly is the first thing. And there's been a movie that kept on coming up on my feed talking about Christmas with Holly. And then we have, and he spake as a dragon, spoke as a dragon. Then it says excellent, Guadalupe. Then it says the gift at the end, keyhole. Then it has demonic number. Let me look at 498 right quick. What's the 498? I just saw this ad, but it was in the background of this other ad, and it was a wheel turning. So the wheel of fortune is on your side. Divine intervention is on your side. Show me more about this while I look at these numbers. At this point, I feel like I got 6 hands. Real shit. I'm not even gonna lie to you right now. That's exactly what this felt like. And that's Now Shen. Now Shen, the Princess of Mercy, and she holds a peach. 498 says, God is my strength. No matter how many come towards you that are of a low frequency of manipulation, God, it says here, God is your strength. As long as you join with love, God will always be your strength. God is, and so are you. It says, fuck off, bitches. Okay, there's that. Against the green. From being a consumer to an inventor or an innovator. Blue Star, Prince of Persia. Hold on. Prince of Persia. Persia. The Sands of Time. You have been destined to deliver your people. This is why whatever they throw towards you, it's 4411. It's for you to see the vision as to who you're connected to. Divine frequency 44. 4 and 4 is 8. For some of you, that's the underworld. But you had to go through this process of those energies of the underworld. This is like working with your ancestors because most are in the grave. So that way you can break through some of these habits here. It seems like generational habits too. Show me what this is. Show me what this is. Refuse to blame others for the lack of success in all areas of life. especially if you have a North Node, South Node, or vice versa, Leo Aquarius, or if you have Leo Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. And those are two of the bridges here. The bridge of I create and I know, and you got the high priest here that says intend and create. That's big Leo energy though, as I'm saying that, because it speaks of the will to create. This is new. Look at that. You're in a whole new cycle here, and we're approaching. Well, I just felt like we're approaching Aries season, but we really approach it. You know what? Mm. So this got something to do with that full moon in Leo. The way that's coming up right here in the center, and we got the star card right there. Yeah. Uh-huh. It's the manifestations of 8-8, Lionsgate. So go back to August 8th. I know that's when I did that water fast. That Lionsgate portal was definitely powerful. Yep. That's a fact, it is for real. That's exactly how I feel. I'm here to invent. I'm not built to follow someone's path as my own. Hey, 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 hey. Look here, look here. It says, clear out the foundation of all beliefs and re energize your soul in accordance to a heart as light as a feather. I get that quite often. And as we were speaking of the underworld, here go the shadow work and the warrior path of the jaguar. I feel like we all gonna be walking around here like Rita with jaguar tattoos. Listen, the jaguar walks through the darkening forest. You're on the path. I'm telling you, look at this one. This has always been a part of your spirit since you were a child, or you may have a spirit child on the way. And if you don't want a child, don't fix your mouth or your mind to say, I don't want children right now. This ain't for you. Okay. All right. Affirmation. You know what? I definitely opened up this book, Florence Scovel Shen, The Game of Life and How to Play It. And the page that it opened to was what affirmations click for you. What affirmations click for you? Figure that out. And you better be going to bed saying them too. If you don't do it when you wake up, at least do your affirmations right before you go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Do your soul ass stretching, all that. Do your alternate breathing before you go to bed. Just reset. Just reset. What's today? Thursday? Okay. Proverbs 21:14. A gift in secret pacifies and turns away anger, and a bribe in the lap strong wrath. See, this is that manipulation talk right here. This is that manipulation talk where people want to do certain things, but they want to do certain things when they know that you might say no. Get comfortable saying no, when especially if it's something that you're not going to do, especially if it's something that you wouldn't do for yourself, knowing good and well you shouldn't be doing it. Okay, so you are chosen, choice one, chosen one, and elect of God. Okay, and it says cut all cords of codependency. If these cards ain't talking to you, cut all cords of codependency. Right there. Right there. Now, cutting these cords may seem painful because of who you realize. That's another thing that this year is going to show you. Who it is that you have to cut the cords from that you may not have wanted to, but the longer you keep this around, the longer you jeopardize yourself. Going from great to good. Right. Let's see what the possible outcome is. These cards are screaming for real. Possible outcome. See, did you see this? And I'm in strong. Do you know what came through here? You know who's going to celebrate you? People you don't even know that were watching you. That's how clear you're cleaning off this slate in your life when it comes to parts of you that no longer serve you. Because everything you do from here on out has to do with the frequency of your heart chakra, love. And what this stands under, the heart's understanding, has to do with the throat chakra intuition. So there go Gabriel, Raphael and Gabriel right here. And you got Michael over here with all this. It's like the wings of Michael, the passion of Michael, where something about your essence instantly becomes the sword of action that cuts things out of the way. This could easily be your words too, especially with Mars and Gemini. Gemini has to do with communication. So instead of it being like Mars and Aries, where you fight with these hands, you're more so fighting with your words, letting it be known. But choose your battles wisely. You know what I mean? Then you got the Seven of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. Divine timing. For you to know yourself. For you to know what you value. Saturn and Taurus. You've gone through a lot of challenges when it came to your core values. And again, your greatest lessons when it comes to your core values has a lot to do with spaces or being in spaces where you allow your vulnerability to take the forefront. And there shouldn't be anything in this world that stops you from wanting to be vulnerable with another because someone from the past hurt you. You know, so I mean, instead of saying vulnerable, I would honestly prefer to say where you open yourself up, where you allow yourself to love, be loved, and trust, because that trust is what's going to allow you to have this intimacy with yourself and with others. So as long as you're hanging around people who be like, I don't trust this, I don't trust that, or they're sitting here watching the news and talking shit about it. So if you're gonna talk shit about it, why look at it? Why invest your energy to talk shit about something? How about you invest the energy to grow and evolve? Like I said before, there's certain things within your bodies that are shut out because of the constant conditioning. So much so that they're conditioned to stay the same. That the way that they are, that's exactly how it should be. That's how it's going to be, because then they start to put age into the picture. Focusing on the wrong things. You know? Well, focusing, yeah, literally on the wrong things instead of causing the fact. What's next? Well, would you look at that? You got the devil card, but another card came up behind it. Let's see. See all that? See all that? No matter how many demonic entities that come towards you, entities or entities that come towards you, you still got temperance behind you the whole way. As a matter of fact, there's certain energies that are already being handled. It's like your ancestors is just waiting for them to even think to come at you sideways. I mean, if you here and if you're not an op and you're not some type of person that's here watching this or any of my other videos with the intention to go into your ego, I'll tell you right now, this ain't the place you want to be. Because I'm gonna find out who you are. You'll find out who you are. I always do. And that's the shit that I'll be like, yo, are you kidding me right now? Like, how dunce can people be? For real, for real. But I said, you know what, Source? You handle that. But if you show up into this space to teach a lesson, now some gonna get hyper like, oh, you're gonna be the first one to get your ass whooped by your own ancestors. Cause they say you being foul right now. Being foul right now. You ain't smelling right out here. Okay. So, in the immediate future, you're unfuckwittable. That's what that means. Tell me some more about this. Show me more, because that also speaks of Sagittarius into Capricorn season, you're now able to use all of this. You're now able to use the beauty of darkness and not so much the fear that came with it. Okay. You know what I mean? The audacity. That's been the word that's been popping through today also. Audacity. Like that right there. Set them straight real quick. Listen. Show me this energy right here in the immediate future. Why did it just come out like this? What's this about? Man, listen. I was gonna come onto the live earlier, but I was like, this energy is still cooking. It's still cooking. This is literally an avenging angel as a form of protection. One of them is Archangel Michael. The angel of temperance is Michael. Restrict who? Bind who? Fuck, are you gonna bind yourself? This spiritual connection too deep. Is way too deep. I kid you not. The way this reflection is coming off the glass, it looks like an infinity symbol too. You locked in with the soul and eternal life forever. Okay? That's why the Six of Wands is coming out here. This is Jupiter and Leo. Great expansion when it comes to what it is that you respond to as far as your soul is concerned, because that's you got the gut, the heart, and the brain. As far as like the top three, that triangle, the Holy Trinity within you. That's exactly what I said. At the beginning of the live, I was like, this is going to feel like a personal reading. It's going to feel like a personal reading. Because I noticed what I was doing before I went to bed last night, the way I rose up this rising, I said something is happening. Something's going to happen. Just guide me to do what I'm supposed to do for myself, therefore also for the collective, because I already know the vibes. Like, we ain't going backwards though. We ain't going backwards. Like the Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action, which is going forward. But look at here. We got the Royal Star Aldebaran, which speaks of the silver gates. This is Gemini 9 degrees, which we'll be going into while Mars is in Gemini, because it's stationed direct at 8 degrees. So now it has to go back up. But just know that when Mars in Gemini gets to 9 degrees, we're speaking of the silver gate. And the silver gate is where souls descend to earth. So this could be a major recalibration, a washing of the soul, where if you felt so disconnected from source, it may have been because this exchange was happening. It's like there was an exchange. You didn't sell your soul, you exchanged it. So you did it. The exchange that you did was more so to purify yourself. Okay. We have galactic signature. Get more familiar with your galactic signature as far as this is concerned. And we have 1122, magnetism, harmony and love, and peace through self-realization. So that's why the destroyer was there, because the moment that you were just operating just with their spirit, you were susceptible to a lot of things, a lot of different entities. But like it says here in this card, right up under the royal star Aldebaran, which is in the constellation of Taurus, speaking of the Hierophant earlier, this card speaks of, again, the chosen one. Now your soul has been replenished for you to attract unconditional love. All you got to do is answer the call. Then we got Gemini, Sagittarius. What's this? Shamanic journey. You see the shaman right here too. Integration of spirit and soul with the body, collecting all fragments of the soul. Boy, listen. It says, Holy Parents speak. It is finished. You may have been seeing the number 1020 or 1156. That's what that's equivalent to. Okay. Now, let's see what the advice is. What is the advice? What is the advice? That was the Emperor. What is the advice? Ooh. Got something to do with the Emperor, though. The I am that I am, Mars energy. 8 degrees is connected to Mars and Scorpio. What's wild is that Mercury, once it stations direct, is also going to be at 8, which is Mars. And so Mars and Pluto got a lot to do the transformation of who you are. And here is your advice. You got the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. You see how she's sitting here? You see this cat right here? Speaking of protection. Email me, my love. Email me. It will be in the description box, honey. Okay. So you have here, you see how she's sitting here on her throne unbothered, observing. But my thing is, once I place it onto the table, the observation period is done and over with for a particular part of your process. And that particular part of your process had to do with the transformation of your emotions, being able to be in control over what it is that you feel while you're observing things. Because they seemed like there was a confusion between your observation and being a creator of what it was that you were observing, because you were absorbing it. Okay. But that was a beautiful lesson in itself, to show you how, in connection to source, meaning that you have to reconnect with source in order for you to take on these battles, so that way you're not fighting those battles. You're more focused on the war. As a true warrior, spiritual warrior, that's Aries energy. And that's the Queen of Wands, it's Aries energy. Now, with the Ace of Pentacles behind her like this, this is like a reset in your health too, your finances, everything that has to do with what you can touch or see. There's a new cycle of it. Okay. So I see why you have the Nine of Cups as your challenge. This is Jupiter and Pisces. Continue to imagine the life you want to live, the partnerships you want to have, the career, the work you want to do, and do not focus on what you do not want. People may disagree with you because it's never been done. Well, you're not here to be a consumer. Yeah, you may consume certain things, but that is not who you are. Kind of like what they say, what you do is not who you are. You are figuring out, or you have figured out who you are by what you may have done to even see that part of yourself. Don't let anyone who has not gone along that journey, whether you may know about it, tell you anything different about what you're deciding to do. Because what may seem like a mistake to somebody else, it may be the point, the road for you to actually go towards your treasure. That's why they say mind your business. Let's see what's in the environment. What's at the bottom? Look at that. A moment of celebration. You See this here? What I told you before? That it seems like those is gonna be celebrating you. You may not even know who they are, but they've been rooting for you. They may have been watching your entire process. That when you connect with these people, you can sense that, oh, you've been here since a certain period when there was no one else around, even if we wasn't connected, on that physical level. But also being mindful, you know, there's always a polarity to it as long as you're in this realm. And the way that light just flickered, yeah, something about that. Okay. You've gone through enough lessons to see the polarities of it. There's no need to repeat them. What's in the environment here? This is how you're being viewed. The way you're being viewed. Oh, it's only right. You're being viewed like the sun. Now, not everybody like the sun now. Some people say it's too hot, granted. Gauge it, right? There's a lot of majors you got out here, first of all, just on this line, on the horizontal aspect, on the horizon. On the horizon, you have the star card, four wands, nine of cups, temperance, the devil, and the sun. You know the type and the intensity of your willpower to create. And this is probably something that people didn't want you to see. They may not have even known that they were their intentions were set that way or to the magnitude of it, but they play their role perfectly though. Some may see you as somebody that has a very strong ego. You know where you fit in. Some of you may, others of you not. You just see when I said that, it was more so to the effect of you know where you're going next and you know what you can't take with you. You know what I'm saying? You're fixed now on your own. You fixed your mindset when it comes to authority of self, so you can set boundaries, so you can sense when someone with a burden is coming towards you or when you are carrying a burden that you have to release, because you got the six of wands and the four of wands, which is a 10 of wands, but you're learning how to build from those lessons now. Look at that king of swords, which speaks of a strategy. Some of you are definitely being healed by source, the sun. That's that moon in Leo. That's that full moon in Leo. That's in Aquarius season. What's this energy of the sun? Let me shuffle this. Temperance and the devil card. 14th, that's 29. That's 11. Aquarius, you know now. You know your willpower. You know how strong you. Okay, to whom much is given, much is required. You know how much you're being given. You know what's required of you. You can't play this shit small no more. You cannot play this shit small no more. You won't even be allowed to by source. That's why you got this shaman here and this medicine mother. You're too powerful to be out here, you know, investing your energy. Granted, things happen, but this is also saying that when certain things occur that you're not comfortable with, they're designed to get you out of your comfort zone. That's all. Mm, like my plate is heavy, but I can't see what's on it. What's the sun cloud energy? Show me this. That was deja vu. You may have been experiencing a lot of deja vu because you now know which areas of your life you got to fix or you've been fixing. Mm. This sun card here. Yeah, this is someone or something, someone you said no to because you trusted more the vibration and not the words. Mm. You trusted more the vibration and not the words, but it was through the words that you were able to sense the vibration because this is someone that's powerful with their words, but they don't know the simple fact that in the beginning was the word, sound, vibration. So there's certain things that you're picking up on when people are communicating with you, Mars and Gemini, where they may not realize that they're sabotaging the partnership they have with you, but you're more aware of certain signs and signals and the way it makes you feel that you're now able to make a decision. Then that shit is no without explaining yourself. Archangel Raphael and the judgment. I'm telling you, this is Gabriel. This one here is Raphael, the heart chakra. Karmic lesson. There it is. This is the past. This is why. This now the way I did the handwriting is the energy of the handwriting and the message on here. They go together. Fuck with me today, I won't give a fuck mañana. Fuck with me today, I won't give a fuck tomorrow. Tomorrow's a new day. You know what I'm saying? Reading the silence in their words, it was just 1/12/22. Well, I just heard silence of the land. Hello, Clarice. Surrender. Deliver all that is out of your control to the Most High. Be ready to shift. This is the way it is. This is the way it is. Lady Nada. And Lady Nada is the high priestess in the temple of self-transformation and a member of the karmic board. So if you've been rolling around with citrine, there go Antares right there. There go right there. Mm-hmm. The interdimensional bridge to reactivate soul memory. The sixth sense activation. See, this is okay. So, all right. So this is what it is. Just as you said, reading the silence in their words, sixth sense activation. There are things that people are hiding from you that they don't realize that you know. Some of you already had dreams, 11333, to clarify it all. And it can kind of, it may hurt you, to realize that, damn, like this is really how you see me, the way you feel about me, but moving in a whole different way. But let it go. And this is what I mean about those people. And when you get to the finish line of that first journey that you're a part of, so you can enjoy the fruits of your labor from going from good to great, these are some of those people that you have to remove that kept you at a state of good. Here's the other thing. This is not for all, but some of you recently or will have a conversation with somebody where you know who I'm talking about, where you stop expressing to them what's really going on. You're like, oh, I'm good. What you're undoing yourself from, and the position of hopes and fears was the hangman. You're now clear. You put yourself in. You've done more than enough when it came to the uncomfortable situations to gain clarity. Now you a whole messiah, you a whole seer, you a whole seeress. Okay? You too, Fabin. What up, Brody? Look at that. 4 cups. This is what you used to do because you actually cared that you would, you know, dim your light and you would take this cup from the divine that can change your entire life like this. Stop feeling sorry for people. That's the 5 of Cups. That's sorrow, pains, and regrets. That ain't gonna get you or them anywhere. But some people are still programmed to think that that shit works. That's really not gonna work in this year. Shit, 2024, 8 years. Yeah. You had 2022, 6 year to balance it out, to analyze and to balance it out. And now you're actually in the year where you should be balanced. So if it's not bringing balance to your life, because notice if there's a wobbly step, that can cause an injury. But if that step is leveled out, you can keep climbing, right? Okay. What's the outcome? What's the outcome? We got the 4 of Swords. Rest and rejuvenate, but why is the 4 of Swords here? That's another 4 though. Current situation, 4 of Wands, yeah. If it's not in alignment to your core values, you're only expanding on partnerships that are balanced. That's Jupiter and Libra, 4 of Swords. It's an uncomfortable situation because you have to really lay on this sword of truth. And laying on this sword of truth means, yeah, ooh, oh wow, picked it up and it's in reverse. It's you realizing those 3 of Swords that were literally designed to affect you here. Hold on. Would you like an energy update, beloved Evelyn? Thank you for your blessings. Okay. 1,000-fold back onto you, honey. Okay. So whatever you sent just now, multiply that by 1,000. That's what you put into the universe by doing that. So yes, if you're new to the info coming in, whenever you see that I have info coming in, um, energy exchange, aka donations of 22 minimum, you can receive an energy update. Okay, we got the Knight of Wands here. Tell me more about this 4 of Swords stuff. Ooh, all right. So this was at the bottom of the deck when the 4 of Wands and the 9 of Cups came out at the beginning of the spread, because this would be the knight in shining armor that brings in the 10th cup, right? And the 10 of Cups speaks, it shows you an image of two, a divine masculine, divine feminine, as from a level of maturity, and the child, because I didn't want to put other labels onto that. Let me show it to you here. Let me see. Yeah, the 10 of Cups. See, this is the balance of, I got you, Vida, I got you. This is the balance of the inner child, which allows you now to enjoy this moment, but they're all enjoying it together. Okay, they're all enjoying it together. And this begins to happen when you start to be brave and honest about your 2 of Cups. You know, the moment you even decided, for some of you, to be honest about your 2 of Cups was when you were able to see the truth about certain people or vibrations that were around you that you may have grown up with, that were not technically designed to even be with you, you know, for the long haul. And the more you allow that Kundalini energy to release itself and expand towards your crown, because holding on to some of these people will keep that energy at the base of you, at the root of it all, which is not healthy. It's not healthy. There's too much energy stuck in one space. You know what I'm saying? Like think about it. Like a serpent gets real snappy when it's cooped up in a certain space for too long, especially if it comes to the season of where it has to shed its skin. You know what I mean? Because there's a certain point where it has to use its surroundings to assist it to shed. So yeah, that Knight of Cups has a lot to do with Hermes too. Mercury. So when Mercury goes stations direct, Capricorn, 8 degrees. Peep game. Let's look inside the degrees. And then I'm going right to you, Vida and Amina. Blessings to you 1,000 fold for your currency exchange as well. Let me know if you want an energy update, okay? Let me see. Capricorn, 8 degrees. Oh shit, that's the snake charm. Well, there's that. Engrossed in the path of, engrossed in the path of power, relying upon wits, super clever, outsmarting and outmaneuvering all possible rivals, identified with psychic power, versed in the arts of the sorcerer, immensely concentrated inside, superbly masterful, exceedingly susceptible to corruption and distortion, and most especially to using your gifts for personal advantage. Yeah, learning all them lessons of what happens when it's for, reasons that you're supposed to just let it go. You are cautioned mightily to curb atavistic tendencies to lean back upon the old psychic bag of tricks, needing to learn to transmute the outlaw skills into world serving instruments of progressive evolution on a wider scale. Meanwhile, the rascal, the exception of every rule, the you who know your way around things, the impressive character, must find a path beyond their own driving force, becoming in tune once again with what is really needed here when you have something great to offer. Don't let these distract you. Okay, don't let it distract you. Just see it for what it is and be like, all right, that's how we gonna roll. Okay. I don't play this game no more, so I'm not so that way. Okay. All right. So that's the collective message. I'm gonna go into Evelyn's message. Viva, give me. Then Amina, you up next. And then I'll be closing it off with a collective message. It just started raining. It just started raining. It just started raining. And as I'm saying that, rain, taking the reins. All right, Vida, here we go. At least it made itself noticeable that it was raining. All right. Here we go, Vida. 123.48. 1, 2, 3, 4. Greetings, intuitive. We in here, honey. Minimum 22.22. It's 8:08 right now, too. Ah, shit. Here we go. What's all this about? Stay rooted and grounded. Okay. 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 Take care of your needs. You see this one right here? Is that? I want to see. Exchange energy to create abundance. Okay, so here we go. Take care of your needs. Drop your shields. Protective guardian. You got one guardian. You got two guardians. The medicine guardian, be open to healing information. The mountains, stand your ground. And then we have exchange energy to create abundance. In the same way you just mentioned what you mentioned at the beginning of this live, they got a message for you. So stay rooted and grounded. Take care of your needs. Show me more about this for her. Show me more about this for her. Trust your intuition. Your just due is on its way. We got the high priestess and Tefnut. Deja vu fell on my lap. The divine masculine within you is going from a king to an emperor. So knowing exactly what you must do as far as taking action and the power you have, the authority you have over self to take action. Take care of your needs. Why do I get this vibe that people feel like you be bullshitting? Ignore them. It's like taking your kindness for weakness. Leo Aquarius. You know, so you create. I create, I know. Let me see what else is coming through here. Archangel Haziel. Well, you got the archangel that's connected to the definition of God sees. God is watching. And the fact that Tefnut came out like that, Tefnut is the eyes of Ra, the sun and the moon. Leo and Aquarius. Aquarius is the star, Leo is the sun, but Aquarius is also, the star is also, the sun is also a star. Okay, I got you. Is Guapo, I got you. So you may have been seeing 511 quite often here, Viva. You're being asked to step fully into forgiveness and reconcile with yourself. Reconcile the masculine and feminine within through the forgiveness that you are currently doing, because you're actually gaining wisdom from challenges that you didn't know you accepted, but you have come to terms with through sudden enlightenment, because this archangel is also connected to Uranus. You may want to work more with lapis lazuli, aventurine, and hematite. The colors turquoise and yellow could also help you to bring more love and karmic justice in your life. May 1st to the 5th is highly significant, as well as silver. You got cosmic parents here, and I feel like it's these two. That's wild. The feminine version of Archangel Michael and Raphael. Your angels are your security guard, but they're moving like your parents right now. It's like this is you in the center of this feminine energy version of Archangel Michael, telling you to drop your shield. She's like, I got this. Take care of your needs. I got you. Don't focus on it, because that's a battle that you don't even need to be fighting. Okay? Your birthday's May 1st. Ashe. Here we go. What else? I'm gonna just do y'all three this evening so that way I can give y'all undivided energy. And we'll resume this for anyone who wants an energy update tomorrow. Minimum exchange of 2222. And Vida, we started yours at 123.48. So those could be numbers you want to pay attention to. What else? Okay. Let me get these oracle cards right here. Yeah, stand your ground for sure. Standing your ground means to allow your divine security guards to do what they do, but you got to ask them to, ask them to protect you, ask them to connect you to more love, more peace, more abundance, more joy, and anything else that is not in connection to that, you don't even have to mention. What you could do is this was an amazing idea from Dr. B where you write down your affirmations. They could be seven. I feel like that number seven is very powerful. Yeah. Seven. Write it seven times with your right hand and seven times with your left hand. So that way you can reprogram the subconscious mind. Got some healing information right now. Okay. Let's see. Trapped in fear. Okay. And then you got 8. 8, 8. So this full moon in Leo is definitely going to be a big one for you. Now, this would be the time that you start to see things balance out in your life. Because 5-1 would be connected to the 6 of Pentacles, which is moon in Taurus. So the more you detach from certain memories or certain emotions you have to certain memories, you'll get connected further to your core. There goes the back um, situation, the back situation. So yeah, it's trapped. The energy is trapped in fear. So this could be a fear that's being projected towards you. It's not so much you. So pay attention to the movements and actions of those around you. Even if you send your children over to someone, see the way they're communicating with you before they went there and when they come back. And sage your children whenever they come back from any space, in anyone else's space. Because you got positive movement forward here, okay? Regardless, you got positive movement forward here. And that's 16, that's 7. There goes the authority card, the Emperor. Yeah. So 884. Let me see what this means here. 884. I know this shit. You know what? Yeah, that tool for writing it down, write 7 affirmations, write it 7 times with your left hand, 7 times with your right hand, because this 884 in the Hebrew lexicon is equivalent to Beer Sheba, which is well of the sevenfold oath. I'm telling you, this number 7 ain't playing with you. Something about the 16th. What's happening the 16th? Give me a second. Let me look at this. Okay, Venus is in a square with Uranus, so sudden emotional changes, setting free from some emotional blockages. You could be feeling overexcited about something, sudden desire to spend money, desire to change your appearance, new creative ideas. Do what you do as far as changing your appearance. That's an option. Let me see. You could be feeling very nervous because of some outer circumstance. Regarding that, what do you suggest you do regarding this outer circumstance? You are not alone to handle this. You got the guardian angel. See, they got the protect. This is okay. Okay. Enjoy growth. Enjoy your growth and reap rewards. See, this I'm getting this energy where somebody keep feeling like you bullshitting. Let them keep thinking that. Actually use that as fuel. Use that as fuel to keep going and doing what you want to do. Tell me more about this. What she should do here. Feel loved and comforted. Make plans and focus. Straight like that. Feel loved and comforted, make plans and focus. Feel loved and comforted by this protection guardian, and this here medicine guardian. Make sure you're taking your salt baths too. Okay. Definitely make sure you're taking your salt baths. And get into a routine on Mondays where you're opening your road. And on Tuesdays, you're working with the energies to repel anything that no longer serves you. Okay. Okay. Trust your talents in changing times. At the top of the deck, V, that says be devoted and committed to these messages that you're receiving. Ooh, that looked like the door to romance. Okay. You got a new beginning coming, baby. Oh, wait, what's this? What's this? You got a new beginning. That's just it's not, this conflict and defeat ain't gonna get in the way of it. Now, this is the Five of Swords, which is Venus in Aquarius. So Venus is in Aquarius now, helping you to disconnect from anything that may make you make project the energy of you're not capable to move forward. You're not capable to take this to this level, man. Fuck that. Okay, that's what Spirit said. That's what Source said. What's the advice here for her? That was 44. 4 wands and the 4 cups. And then the 10 of pentacles. Yeah, you got the hidden realms assisting you through this next level of your transformation. For real, for real. You got this for real. Just remember, only exchange energy when it's going to create abundance. Anything that takes away from you, that's where it says take care of your needs, smell it from afar, and distance yourself. Stand your ground. Put a mountain in between all of that, because most people are afraid of mountains anyway. You climb to higher heights. You the goat. What's the advice? Judgment. Pay attention to when you're saying that you're trying to do something, because that's exactly what you have to make a decision on, because it's more than likely causing sleepless nights here. Again, this feels like a projection too. What's the advice here about this judgment? What's the advice? Look at that. You got the 2 of Cups and the Hangman. Okay. So you are completing, it's something similar that happened 2012, that the energy is around you now, but you're not moving the same way. And that's probably where that shit is coming from. Because that's also when Jupiter was in Aries. There could be like, you could have disconnected from a partnership, right? Steam, definitely steam, and clear out the root chakra. Yeah, deja vu's right here. Steam to clear out the root chakra. Someone you know, but just aligning with source signal. This is about somebody you know for sure. But because you're aligning with source signal, it could be a karmic family member. Feeling like when I start this cycle, we're making different choices. Yep. That's exactly what I said earlier. So yeah, just keep saying no. It may feel uncomfortable, but this is new. Shout out to the source. What's this? Look at that. The karmic family still here. Still here. Tell them about that. Well, 122 is the year of the water rabbit, so it does speak of prosperity. One more card here. You got a whole little book. It said, be mindful of what you're conscious of when you're going through these major changes as far as vulnerability. Make sure you're connecting and communicating with and on purpose, because God is on your side. Okay. We got 6 months here. So that will be July, which is Cancer season, Leo season. We got Selket. The goddess of the dead, fertility, nature, animals, medicine, magic, and healing venomous things and bites is assisting you when it comes to your transformation, restoration from death to life. Shit, rebirth. Wow. Anything that has been designed to take you off track or put you out of balance is what you're being assisted with the black horse. And there we go again, the divine masculine king to an emperor. That's something within you because you've attracted things that were less than that. So now you're revitalizing yourself and getting to know more about your value, your core values. You wasn't born 5-1 for no reason. Now that's the Six of Pentacles. It says, allow your intuitive guidance to assist with structuring your vision of your mind's eye beyond material constructs. Anything toxic energy sent your way has now backfired as you are healing the division breach between the body, mind, spirit, and soul with herbs, magic, divination, crystals, prayer, affirmations, etc. Listen. Hmm. Keep going. That's what Source said. Keep going. Continue to shed all of that skin off for real. I know exactly what to put in your program too for your workouts. Oh, they got the right one. Okay. Just saying. That is your message, honey. We have Amina. Amina, report to the dance floor, Amina. Just like that, Mija. Just like that. I appreciate you more love. Just like that, okay? There's this old school merengue that's from a group called Banda X that's called Así. That was my shit when I was younger. Still is. And it's only got about like 3-4 words, but it's a hit. Check it out. Word. I put them clapping hands and them hearts up for Viva. Yes. She's here. Amina is here. We at your energy now. To settle this debate, Alba, for you, Dominican, that was funny as hell. My parents were born there. Uh-huh. Yeah. República Dominicana, go. Son Pedro y Consuelo y la capital. If you know who the Guloyas are, my uncle is the captain of the Guloya. That's why I be over here going off. It's been a 2 week. My boyfriend's Dominican. He knows his people. He on it. He on it. Get okay, money. Amina, that whole thing right there was a vibe. So I feel like you're about to now be connected to people that match your vibration. And look, it's this is the year for it. It's the year of the rabbit. Springtime. See your seeds grow, beloved. Amina, let's go. What else here? Lavender. Incorporate more lavender into your self-care routines. You can even mix that with your herbs too. Mm-hmm. Make herbal blunts. We got the sun. So you got spring into summer. We need to, y'all, we need to roll up with Amina. She look like she about to have a great time. Yeah. And she ain't supposed to be alone doing this. Your guardian angels ain't playing with you. So things are happening very quickly. Things are gonna be happening very quickly for you. Especially in moments where you feel down and out. Like You start to be like, what the fuck? As soon as you say that, source hears you. There's something about your energy where source is like, all right, let's not let her get too, you know, because your ass like to lift. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see, be the light. Trust where your heart is guiding you to go. Let me see something. Tell me more about this energy. Stay rooted and grounded. Stay rooted and grounded. Be devoted and committed. Okay, so I'm seeing right now they just want you to be devoted and committed to the spiritual work that you're doing so that way it blossoms springtime. So that's 2 months from now, less than 2 months from now. You know what I'm saying? We was just in summertime, we about to be there all over again. So I feel like you're also on track here. SSWE, SSWE, SSWE. Why does that sound familiar? There's three S's here. So you may have gone through three transformations, or three transformations at once. It may have led to anxiety, but it didn't. And this owl is looking at me like Santa Muerte's energy or the other Los Muertos, something about that time period, November, early November, is when you truly started to regain your power of what it means to you to be rooted and grounded. Show me more about this, Ramina. Show me more about this, Ramina. I'm liking this energy you coming out here with, though. And you was asking about detox. You got the peace card over here. Let me see. Okay. You're getting surrender messages because you got peace enters your life when you surrender. There's something you swept under the rug here because the way that you need to pull that shit out. Let me see. I just heard let bygones be bygones. They gonna be dragged by their feet. Listen. Mm, mm-mm. What's this? Surrender message. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. Wow. It could feel like you're dragging people by their feet. That's a load. That's heavy. That's heavy. It's time for a relationship to shift, it says. It doesn't work to try to fix someone because it's either we're fixing or we're not. And if we notice that we can't, the thing is, when it comes to other people, you can only inspire them. It's up to them to move because that's motivation. Motivation is internal, inspiration is external, right? So it says here, each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. Pay attention also to when your cycle comes and which moon phase it is, and research the goddess that is in connection to that particular moon phase. It can help you a lot too. Then you also had here, surrender unhealthy relationships. So this seems like a partnership or a relationship that you swept under the rug that you didn't fully heal from, which means you swept the shit under the rug, you know? But now it's time to clear out that rug because you could easily attract a partner that you feel like it's a project or they end up becoming a project. It says let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. That's a big one. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Then you have here surrender procrastination. I ain't say, listen, okay. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Take action. Taking action will attract success. Let me get these here for you. The mermaid's got something to say. As soon as I saw positive people, what about these positive people? What should she do here? Not so much the positive people, when it comes to surrendering unhealthy relationships, procrastination, and the idea that she can fix someone. As far as this protection, let their ancestors protect them. Even if this is family. This is that story line of there's certain ancestors that are not agreeing with your path, knowing good and well you're shifting from good to great. You feel me? And the harm just happened. Self-forgiveness. And this could be a burden that you're carrying where you feel like, I get it. Listen, okay? Let go of the guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child. This could be even a parent or like a sibling that you want to help, but they don't want your help. They're comfortable where they're at. And this goes to the way they treat their bodies. It's not that they don't want to help. The mechanism within their body doesn't allow them to. Until they recondition that, that's like they're choosing to drive with a fucked up transmission. Like, that's gonna give out and that car's not gonna move. So, you know, have faith. Your prayers are manifesting. Remain positive and follow your guidance. Okay. So let me get some more messages over here. Wake up. Your soul is rising with the frequency of the planet. So there are certain moments where you go through a shift, right? Especially when it comes to fixing someone. Google planetary hours and see which planet, the hour of that planet, or the planet's hour of that moment, to see what part of you, needs some tweaking. That'll help you get to the bottom of it. Pull 1 to 3 tarot cards. What is the message that's coming with this? Has to do with your shadow work. Tell me more about it, though. We are spot on, it says. It says you are spot on. What's this that fell? Look, it's speaking of the ancestors, but this one is showing up in reverse. So this is like, there could be certain people within your own family, like I said, who are connected to a certain part of your ancestral line that's not in connection to you, that you're actually helping to liberate. Shadow work. Galactic signature. Get more familiar with your galactic signature. Lord Shiva is connected to you or wants to work with you. You may have been craving crackers. That's a sign of Lord Shiva. Or something that tastes like a cracker, like a tortilla or something like that. Let me get some more here before we go to the tarot cards. What else? What other message here? The Archangel Haziel card was upright, saying that God is watching everything. You got a book. It says, cut the cord right now. This could be from a Gemini or a Sagittarius, or cut the cord from the way you think and see things, or the way you see and think, and the relation between it all. Yes, crackers and cheese and chicken noodle soup. I just started doing this shit. Have been the only things you've been able to eat. Wow. So you can do some of the mantras of Lord Shiva. And you got shamanic journey. It says integration of spirit and soul with the body, collecting all fragments of the soul. Leo Aquarius, you got a lot of energies around you here. You got Gemini, Sag, Leo Aquarius, which has to do with, how creative you are. You know how creative you are. Now it's time to create based on your knowing. Because you're healing the division or breach between the body, mind, spirit, and soul with herbs, magic, divination, crystals, prayer, and affirmations. And then you have toxic energy sent your way is backfiring. This is the truth. You also got the black horse here, and you also got the divine. You got similar messages. That's why that energy came out like that collectively. Because the way I'm doing your personal energy updates, it's showing, where you're at. So we got divine masculine energy within you is becoming an emperor. That strongly connects to unavailable and toxic people or relationships or partners you may have had. Also, uh, uh, what's the word? Root chakra, steam. There. And you got the goddess Selket, rebirth. The goddess Selket is the goddess of the dead, fertility, nature, animals, and Lord Shiva is also connected to the underworld too. Okay. Mama Universe is working on your side as you go through your rebirth. So be mindful what it is that you're conscious of. This is amazing how this is similar cards, but they're coming out in a different order. It's a little wild. What are you conscious of? Be mindful of that. Stay connected to your God power and communicate like the God goddess that you are, which means that you have to connect, communicate with and on purpose because you're going through major changes within the next 6 months. So telling you this summer energy is strong. You're divinely protected and not to be messed with. Especially if you got these gods, goddesses in connection to the underworld. Wherever you got 8th house or Scorpio energy or Pluto, get more familiar with that. Get more familiar with that. Okay. Lunar eclipse, which was the eclipse season that we had this past year. Because the eclipse of every year happen based off of the nodal shifts that are occurring. So we had Taurus and Scorpio. We'll have Taurus and Scorpio. Oh shit! It changes in July. The North Node will be in Aries and the South Node will be in Libra. Oh, tell me more about that for Amina. And we're gonna go to these tarot cards. It's at 4-3, so I just want to get some more background information here. And when the North Node goes into Aries, you become the adventurer. Your North Node is in Scorpio? Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Whoever fucks with you today, you shouldn't be giving a fuck tomorrow because they had different intentions, right? It's time for you to get out of neutral. Part of you getting out of neutral has to do with your human design because you're manifesting the way you speak. And here we have Aries, Libra. So with you having a North Node in Scorpio, you're the bridge in between Libra and Sagittarius. If it's a storm that you create because that's water in between fire and air. I see why they said divinely protected, not to be messed with. Okay. God energy. This is why you could be seeing these synchronicities come to you more often and just stay more connected to love is not attachment. Because the more you connect to the attachment that most people feel that love is, the more disconnected you become to your soul. And remember, the soul can do what it wants to do. But it's best for us to be in alignment to the soul mission, which is in connection to your North Node and the healing or solutions that you come up with in regards to your Chiron energy. Okay. So we have love is not attachment. We have Leo, Scorpio, and Leo is in between Cancer and Virgo. So that's that sun energy in terms of like people like to be in the sun. Some people like it, some people don't. There's really no in between. And you may have dealt with a lot of people who are in the in between, kind of like a void. It's like what I'm saying in the physical has a lot more to do with the ethereal realm when it comes to you, especially with that Scorpio energy. So let's see. What are the three tarot cards here? What are the three tarot cards for me? Nothing of it. Love you, honey. Let me see. Three for Mina. Look at this. I'm telling you, it's something about your light. Go where you celebrate it, not tolerate it, and let go of the guilt when you realize who's not celebrating you. Yeah, put it to rest. And then you got the Tower. Leo and Aquarius, polar opposites right here. You create, you create what you know. Create what you know. It's time for you to step into your purpose. This North Node energy. Now, it's guiding me to tell you about your vertex. I don't know what it is, but when you look at your natal chart, look into your vertex because that usually indicates a point where something becomes a catalyst in your life. Okay. But it definitely helps you to step into your power here. And part of you doing so, because this is the card of a legacy, means for you to step away from all the noise. Those are some, oh, you got some heavy hitters here for just three tarot cards. What's at the top? The Judgment. With listen, it's time for you to for real answer your calling. You know what it is. You don't need anybody to validate that for you. Okay? You don't need anybody to validate. That's why that sage is here. See where your placements in Sag in the ninth house are. Even third house, because you gotta, look at the polar opposite of it too to balance it out. One more. The King of Cups. They look this. Success and happiness is instant the moment you fully embody the essence of your North Node. And you get one more. Overall, look at that Six of Cups. And it came out sideways. Your challenges, things of the past that you're getting a second chance to look at all over again so you can make a decision, a wise decision. Look at the Queen of Swords, a wise decision. You see what you're playing at? A wise decision. This is Saturn and Leo. Everything that you're going through right now is designed for you to be wealthy. Because the Five of Wands, the one who puts all of this together becomes a star. Uh-huh. Behind the scenes of all of this is love. And there's a union that you're about to connect to that is not with the person that's unavailable or toxic, especially once you pull all that shit from under the rug. What else here? See how quick that happened? That's quick communication that comes in. Number 8 of Wands, Mercury and Sag. This could also be a person that's the message. It's like all of the experiences that you have is equivalent to the higher vibration of that. So just imagine that. And it's 8:48 right now. And you got the Jerry. More July energy, more Cancerian energy, Leo energy, but that's the Emperor on his way. But you, as the Empress, have to balance out your brain and your heart. And the more in alignment that these two are, the more you'll be able to, the smoother it is for you to travel and move forward. Because the Four of Pentacles background looks just like this too. Now, this could also be someone from your past that's coming in to communicate. King of Swords. You got King of Cups and King of Swords. Show me this energy right here. Scorpio, Aquarius, fixed sign. Something about fixed signs. I feel like if it's an Aquarius, they're gonna remind you of someone from your past if this has to do with love. And if it's a water sign, it's gonna catch you by surprise. Now, as far as the Emperor's concerned, That emperor could embody both the king of swords that knows how to communicate, knows your love language, knows what you've experienced because they reflect you. This is something you manifest. Like you said, you're manifesting the way you speak. Okay. You're manifesting the way you speak. Healer, yeah. And it came out in reverse, but I feel like this is also having to do with you, like you also being a healer, but stepping more into that role. Yeah. You're the giver. A giver is like it's a God energy, it's an observer's energy. Watch the movie also if you have it. It's a great book. I have it in here because it's one of my favorite books from the sixth grade. So sixth grade could be significant too. It could be a part of you where you were either you were an example of your greatest self, inner child wise, sixth grade, or this is when something started to happen. Okay. Still Amina. One more, Amina. One more. Here we go. Look at here. Look at here. 322. Connect more with Archangel Raphael, who will help you to refine your heart to bring mind, body, and soul and spirit as one. The truth heals to create a paradigm shift. And we have Medusa here, separate serpent wisdom. But this is also speaking of the activation of all seven chakras, all seven kingdoms within you. So you can build the empire of an empress to connect with the emperor, but you must forgive, and it's yourself. Just continue to do whatever it is that you do moving forward. Make sure it's an act in connection to you and your self forgiveness. Okay. Let go of the guilt and remember that you are the Most High's perfect child because each action that you take is based on your truth. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Let's get one more, Amina. One more from ancestors here, angels and ancestors. You got the summer, but it came out in reverse. So it ain't summer yet, obviously. It ain't summer yet, but the way this bee is upside down, it's still a bee. You still have this sweetness no matter if you're upside up or right upside down or right side up. Huh. Yeah, choose your path. You got the direction guard. You can go in any direction you want right now. But don't abuse the energy because you can easily come out of things, but you don't want to, because of that, put yourself through shit. You know what I mean? Embrace the energy of peace and then choose a direction. Honor your inner knowing. Okay? You're so welcome, honey. I love having you here. You're welcome. Here we go. 7. Money is your turn. Okay. Here we go. Let me clear this up. That will be the last one for the evening. And then I'm going to give the collective a surrender message with the mermaids. Oops, shit. All right. All right. 7. Here you go. Yes, grow, girl. Find your peace. I love that. Aw. I'm glad it resonated. Y'all a vibe. Y'all a vibe. Let me shuffle these out. We had the destroyer at the bottom. All right, 7. If you go to the gym or if you have a pull-up bar, start hanging. You need to decompress your spine. Start hanging. It'll help you breathe better too. those there. Let's see what the angels and ancestors. That's actually a great way to reset after a workout. Just hang for about 30 seconds. But as you're hanging, just hang. Yeah. You can also do a couple sets where you are stabilizing the shoulders so they're just not like out here. Let's see. 7. Here we go. You need to realign your back. Yeah. You can also look up psoas stretches too. Yeah, be open to healing information, track down your fears and desires. So I instantly just picked up on a feminine energy wound that you are connected to, that you have within you, and that could be causing the suppression of the spine. It's time for you to see from a higher perspective here, the eagle. Definitely look into your natal chart and um, get more information about your Pluto placement, where you have Scorpio, or what's in the eighth house. If you have a chart with an eighth house that's empty, look at the ninth and seventh house because those energies are connecting to it as well. Trust and thrive. This is a lot of stag, a lot of foreign energy. So you have, it seems like you have energy that's stuck here in the heart chakra. Every time you have this kundalini energy or it's rising, it gets stuck in the heart. You got Raphael here. Be open to healing information. And then we have take note of intuitive messages. So here's the thing. There could be moments where you want to take action, but you overthink it when it's an intuitive move. Okay. So your message right now is coming through as let the heart do what the heart does and let the brain do what the brain does. Don't give the heart of the brain to, don't give the job of the brain to the heart or the job of the heart to the brain. Okay. Showing more about this, we got Tefnut, the balance of the sun and the moon. Yeah, the balance in feminine and masculine, but you have to balance out more your feminine side. Feminine just speaks of energy. You're nurturing or being nurtured. There can be times where you don't want to be nurtured because there's something in your subconscious that's connected to a burden that you should even be carrying. Pull 1 to 3 tarot cards like that? Shit. Okay, because it came out first, I'm going to have to go straight to it. Elijah prophecy? Are you shitting me? You got Elijah prophecy? I have to use the Starman deck for you then. What in the... I forgot which God card you got before. Because that was quite... Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, look at this Nine of Wands energy. Backed by the King of Wands. You see all of this? All this confusion? Let's see. Then we got the Hierophant, Taurus energy. Queen of Cups, Cancer. Princess of Swords. Now, this Princess of Swords picked up on gaming energy, a gamer. Now, look into Elijah prophecy. When I said Elijah prophecy, no, as I something about you'll be able to tap into source when you do that. because it speaks of him telling the king that if he don't shape his shit up, him and his family and loved ones will be eaten by dogs. And we just had a full moon in Cancer, which has to do with the wolf. Okay? You're a pathfinder. And you also got here, you have a strong connection to 13. You is giving Horus vibes. It's giving strong Horus vibes now. Okay. Let's see. I almost called you Elijah. It's literally 9 o'clock on a dot, which is 2100 in military time. 21 is the world card. 21 speaks of completing a karmic lesson or redoing it. So let's see. Take note of intuitive messages. So this could be things that randomly that just come to mind when you just feel like you daydream, and take note of it. I almost called you Elijah again. The fuck? Okay, what is Seven's message? We got the 4 swords. Wow. But this 4 swords here, you are extremely prophetic because there's a sword going through her head. But this here sword is it's it's someone with prophetic visions. You've been getting visions since you were 4 years old. It's the 4 of swords, which Elijah had. Swords has to do with words, communication. What's at the bottom here? The wheel. Shit, what's that showing up here? The 6 of cups. Since you were a child, this is past life though. So what can also help you more with what's going on, what has happened in your past life, or energies or gifts you had in the past life, your south node. The sign that's connected to your south node and the house that it's in is always going to be the polar opposite to your north node. Okay. It's giving strong Pisces or Scorpio energy though. I ain't going front. Let me see. Libra. Because we do got the nodals shifting to Aries and Libra come July. Let me see. 4 of Swords also speaks of healing, though. So that's bringing it back to the spine, because the energy has to. The clearing is at a subconscious level. There was someone you told about a vision that you had when you were younger, and I felt like you weren't celebrated or addressed in a way that would allow you to move forward with that. You gotta. There may be. See, that may have stopped you from expressing certain visions, but you no longer live that life anymore. Message for 7. Sitting in this position is going to help you also. Okay. Because there's something about the gut. Frankincense and myrrh can help. Be mindful of what you eat. Be mindful of what you eat. And when I say be mindful of what you eat, see what types of visions come through when you eat certain things, or when you do have a vision similar to when you the way you used to when you were four that seem prophetic. See what triggers those visions. Okay. That's also taking notes of your intuitive message. I sit like that when I meditate. I just started to sit like that now, and I feel so much better. Keep going. Yes, you're welcome. Let me see what else. Something about your hand and fingerprints. You might have the same fingerprints. Like the hierophant comes out as I'm saying that. Now a card came out when I said fingerprint, and the number 22040 was on the timer. And there goes the Queen of Wands. You're definitely a child of the sun, that's for sure. You're definitely a child of Ra, the sun. You have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords here. Type of because this Queen of Swords is like there's like so there's certain audio books that are going to show up on your feed on YouTube. Is look into them. Look into certain audiobooks that you're noticing that have been coming up since the last message we did and from here on out, because there's something about this book here, or in terms of you taking note of intuitive messages, is going to allow you to unleash the wild within, because you're connected to a strong fire energy here. You can even look up certain gods that are connected to the fire element, because this is something that is coming to you. It's like fire and electricity. So this giving Metatron vibes now, because you have autumn here, and then we got dream and journey right up under that, and then shapeshifter. Yeah, you can travel. You sure can travel. So you got the four of swords with the Hierophant. The Hierophant masters his spiritual abilities right next to the sun and taking in the energy within to heal. You can actually do that. You're one of those who make sure you write a book. Make sure you write a book. It's 907, that's 16, that's the tower. Make sure you write a book, because you came here to shift the mindset of the collective. And it's the way you do that is through tracking down your fears and desires as they're entangled one with the other. It's in your veins to do this. Source told me to tell you not tripping, but it's time for you to do what you're supposed to do. Okay. You're not bugging. What else? Because these cards are taking their time to come out too. What else with that in here? Okay, what's this? The Six of Swords. Trust your intuition. Don't overthink it. There's things that you're being guided to do that you cannot even think about, because the Six of Swords means that you're allowing Source to guide you. And there's a spirit child already here waiting for you to be their parent. Then we got the Princess of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. And the way she's showing up here, this energy is showing up here, is basically what it looks like. Okay, that's that feminine energy within you. That on the other side of this dark path is the first step that you are able to use now that you haven't used. I feel like this is for ages, even. Now, the Six of Swords here is showing up as a Nine of Swords, and a Nine of Swords is a card of anxiety. But that's also a card of Mars and Gemini. Mars just stationed direct. So you're going to be able, based on who you are, to come up with solutions. Course correcting. While it was in retrograde, you were doing a lot of course correction. Based on what you have analyzed through this course correction, now it's time for you to take action with the resolutions to course correct. Okay? That's wild. I gotta use a room for you. What's the room message for Thevin? Temperance. Everything that was sent to you as a form of restriction was exactly what you needed to strengthen yourself. And it has to do with your arms. The letter N could be significant. 7N. You needed this resistance to lead by strength. You are one who can self-initiate themselves. So it's something as simple as someone who feels like they can sit under the sun and allow the frequency of the sun to enter their body, grounding their feet in the grass to heal them. And it's 9/11 or 21/11. Let me look at that number then. Let me. Let's look at 21/11. Take note of intuitive messages when you see 21/11. In the Hebrew lexicon, it's equivalent to tremble, quiver, quake, or be in terror. And it says track down your fears and desires. But 9/11 is what? Candle just went out too. Solitary. The journey of the path of tracking down your fears and desires can feel like a lonely one, but you're never alone though. Yeah, because as you go through these shifts, you have your guardian angels around you. Let's see. What? Okay, hold on. Bedad, be dad. That's wild. Son of a dad. Separation alone. Okay, the metaphysical meaning of 9/11, the belief in separation or apartness from God that exists in the sense man's thought of himself and especially of his body. Separation alone. The Edomites were descendants of Esau. They pertain to the physical, the outer body consciousness. So I feel like you are definitely one of those that is bringing life back to your bloodline. I see why this spirit child is so connected to you because it's part of your legacy. I've been called to sun gaze and meditate in the sun for a long time. I've been doing so when I can ever since I was 20. Yep, and 20 is the judgment card. You see what else we got here? Or this could even be the inner child within you has known from day one who you are, but you just didn't have, the environment. It was like planting a oak seed in a pot to keep inside the home when it belongs outside, and this is where it can grow to become the oak tree that it is. So 414 could be significant also. When you see 414, it's a reminder for you to step outside your comfort zone and grow. Okay. It's literally 914 right now, too, though. And 14 is temperance, and that's the room you did get. I just heard let the games begin. And it came through the chariot, let the games begin. Movement 717. That's a great number. ENNE. Heal anything associated with the back. Are you shitting me? This is the room that helps heal anything associated with the back. Okay. All right. I'm signing off this now. Yeah. So it's connected to the horse. Also, horses are very significant. So that's part of also taking note of intuitive messages. Wow. Let me put this here, Elijah prophecy over there. Because I felt like if I shuffled this deck without putting it on the table, I don't know. I'm not over here to find out either. Let me see. Let me see what else. What other messages you have here? See, I almost called your ass Elijah again. 7. So like the moment you got a connection to Elijah. It's just that's done deal. Check planetary hour and check your natal chart. That's what this says here. But let me see what planetary hour we in right now. It would be Mars. Well, that's also Ogun's energy. And Ogun and Elijah kind of got, similar energies. You know what I mean? So, hola mi amor, mi amor. Wow. So that's another thing you can do. Check the planetary hours uh when you decide to meditate. See what energies are you're drawn to, which planet you're drawn to when you decide to do spiritual work, and see which it's study time for you, for real, for real. Planetary hours, natal chart, human design, galactic signatures. Get to it, because you're going through a spiritual cleanse. This information allows you to cleanse also, because it's activating dormant cells. Answer the call. That's judgment 20. Okay. Let's see. One more again. Lean towards your heart being as light as a feather. Where your mind goes, your frequency evolves. Underworld. Look at the underworld gods and goddesses. This is Soul Tribe right here. You feel me? Tahuti. Listen to the audiobook of the Emerald Tablets. Told you, it's work time for you. Elijah Prophecy. Okay. Emerald Tablets. Especially the Emerald Tablets. Get a book on it or listen to the audiobook. Make that part of your self-care. All right. Then you got here. Wake up, your soul is rising with the frequency of the planet. See, something about the moon hours, and then switch decks. Let me see what's under that though. Soul attraction. So let me close off your message with the God card reading. Let me see who you have here. The Hierophant and the Archangel League of Arc there was right up under there. Renaissance man. Yeah. Okay. Jack of all, master of many skills. This is who you are. He says, this is my path and what I've been ready and working on this, and I will keep going. I've been called to read the Emerald Tablets. I've been reading it. I'm definitely going to finish it. Thank you. You're so welcome. See, this is this. That's affirming what you already know, bro. Yo, it says to engage the Renaissance man, contemplate, draw, journal, create, continue the lifetime scroll of your personal evolution from as early as you can remember to present day. 919. Let's go. Walk through year by year, delineating points of special interest, creativity, innovation, and moments when your life was at a crossroads. Because those are the best moments, actually, where all you got to do is go across, right? Highlight circumstances surrounding the new perspectives you brought into your life, the new shifts of identity adopted or abandoned, and any new changes of location. See if there are any patterns to how, why, and when you reinvented yourself to expand, co create, initiate, integrate, or change the circumstances in the world around you. Where do you go to find new learning and new perspectives? What forms have your creative or professional impulses of curiosity, innovation, or expression taken? Gather together all these pivotal moments of your life and reflect on them. Let this inner cauldron begin to simmer as you boil. Let this inner cauldron begin to simmer and boil as your Renaissance man distills into his most contemporary iteration yet. Identify what arena in your life is calling for your Renaissance man's attention today. Be it, do it, have it. And Leonardo da Vinci is also significant for you. So, blessings to you. All right, Brother Tahuti, Brother Elijah. Okay. All right. That was quite the message there. All y'all messages was just, listen, y'all inspire me to keep going. How about that? On some real. Because I'm the outcast when it comes to my family, in a sense. Because I do got people in my family that are spiritual, but anyway. Anyway. Love ya. But I am my grandma Daisy's child, okay? Y con esa arenga no se juega. Okay? So, love you, my Brody. Listen, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Thank you to all of you. Let's go into a final collective message. What's this? This got some Solomonic lineage. This is what I mean. It's deeply imprinted into the DNA. And each of the chakras within us know this. That's why we can't be playing it small, y'all. You feel me? We playing it small. We're bigger than that. We're here for a much bigger purpose, and it's all in connection to love. To love. If it ain't love, miss me. Miss me with the bullshit. Because as much love as I got, I'm more you that other side now. I don't even want to see the other side. So I take it to the spiritual realm. You ain't got to need too much in the physical. Let's see what the closing message is for the collective. For those of you still here, shout out to y'all. Here's the closing message. Retreat and recharge. Release the old and rest. Say get into hermit mode, especially while Mars is going direct. And I will say until the 22nd. Until the 22nd. Exchange energy to create abundance and see your seeds grow. Yeah, see? It's time to focus on what it is that you're planting and manifesting. So springtime comes, you can see your seeds grow. Because remember, your seeds are going through a gestation period, which means they're in darkness. So it's important to nurture it while it's in this moment where it's not seen or visible and it's still going through a growing process, the same way you would do with a child, especially the first few months. But this energy is speaking of the birth of it. So as we entered, yeah, December, January, that would mark that 6 month time period, right? 9 months will be around springtime. And grow with, yes, see, grow within the current situation, which is what the seeds that you're planting are doing. Just be wise with your energy. Observe it, don't absorb it. Retreat and recharge. Stay in full connection to your heart space. You know what I mean? Because one person at the frequency of love can transform thousands. Trust in the unknown. Wow. Father Sky, the Hermit, and the Traitor. Trust in the unknown. Then we got the Shaman once again. Something about that. There's a change in the founding fathers because the founding mothers are showing up. Huh. Wow. All right. You'll know what that means at another time, I guess. Message of surrender. Ooh. Surrender your fear of change. There goes the horse now. This is collective, though. Surrender your fear of change. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always. Whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death, repeat the affirmation. I have faith that all is well. I have faith that all is well. I have faith that all is well. So that is your message. I'll be back tomorrow. Okay? Well, listen, I'm not going to say tomorrow. I'll be back when you see me go live. Just make sure the notification thing is on so you know too. Because I don't want to say tomorrow and I'm sensing these energies and I gotta go to work on it. Yes, you feel me? All right, let me go. Bye. Love you. See you later.